Sorry, guys. What's up? Welcome into this random live feed that I just came up with. Forgive me. I'm enjoying my breakfast at the moment. Um, y'all know me. I usually give a big introduction, whatever, but this isn't exactly the type of show that I usually do. Usually, I have two other people. Usually, I have TRWT logos. Usually, I have a lot of other things. This is not a usual fucking stream. This is mostly just me in a position to pretty much saying do whatever the hell I feel like for a while. And I originally started it because I know, first off, shouts out to a good dude and a good fan of ours and a good friend, Chris, who, he literally follows us everywhere. He follows us on Facebook, he follows us on Twitter, he follows us on Instagram. You should too. This is Chris. Be more like Chris. But I digress. Shout out to him because every week he usually hits us with a post in our Facebook group for Mental Health Monday, which I appreciate. You know, it's always nice to have somebody worry because he's genuinely worried about how people are doing and if there's something he can do to help. Again, good dude. Be like this dude. I don't care what you're doing in life. Be more like this dude. And to be totally honest with you guys, I didn't even get a chance to post on it. Not yesterday. No, yesterday was crazy. This whole weekend, fucking crazy. So I figured there's way too much for me to type. There's way too much going on. Let me do this instead. I have the ability. I'm sitting around, as you can see. I'm all alone, eating my breakfast. My son, who I love, is off with his therapy team at his center doing his thing, and I'm very proud of him for that. They'll be back in a little bit, but had some time to kill, had nothing going on. Figured, fuck it, let me try this because in response to Chris's Mental Health Monday post a day late, I apologize, guys. I'm gonna explain why. I had a rough weekend. Don't even get me started with what happened Saturday. Like even my family here doesn't know what happened Saturday, but that shit was rough. It involved drunk people and drama and all kinds of shit. It ain't even worth going into. Let's just sum it up by saying at the end of it, I avoided getting handcuffed. Okay? That was the good part. And I thought things were going to die down from there. And yesterday, the fourth actually went pretty well for us. We had some family over. We grilled, we chilled, we had a good time. It was very nice. It was very peaceful. Got some work done in my yard. Just little stupid stuff that people do. And that was cool. Sunday seemed to go well. Monday was seeming to go well. Everybody, my wife and kid are here. Everybody's happy. Everybody's having fun. My son and I started that morning, actually laid in bed, watching reruns of ECW Hardcore Television because he loves it, and I love him for it because I loved it. There's many other reasons, but that's a good reason, right? I think it is. Anyway, things were going great, and that afternoon, kid had to go potty. It happens. It's the usual thing, right? So my wife takes him. He pees on the potty, and out of nowhere, I'm sitting here. The bathroom is right behind me. Out of nowhere, I hear my wife just shout, like Joey Styles wise. I thought she was kidding at first because we had been watching the show. She was just like, "Oh my god!" Huh? That's kind of funny. That's not bad, honey. Good impression. She's like, "No, not an impression. We got a problem." We do. What's the problem? Well, little psycho just peed blood. Whoa. Hold up. What? So, yeah, now we do have a problem. Sorry, I'm going to take another bite, guys. This sandwich is delicious. If they ever sponsor me, I will do commercials for them because that shit is delicious. Anyway, Apologies, guys. Like I said, caught me, eating breakfast, trying my stuff. Figured I'd do this. So we immediately, this is like barely 2 in the afternoon. We immediately take him, get him in the car. I call his doctor's office because I'm thinking, maybe the doctor will see him, and if not, I'll take him someplace else. I don't even have that option because as soon as I call, I find out place is closed for the holiday. Let me ask y'all something. And seriously, I've worked most of my life. I'm sure a lot of you out there, grown ass people, have worked most of your life. When the fuck did the 5th of July become a goddamn holiday, especially for a pediatrician? The weekend ain't enough for you? I'm going to give you a little flashback story. One year I worked the 4th of July. I had to come in on July 5th. When we came in on July 5th, you know what we found when we got there? A fucking piss wagon. And everybody that pulled in the parking lot got tested. And we lost half our fucking employees that day. Thank God cannabis is legal in this state now, but it wasn't then. We didn't get another day off. We got piss tests in the parking lot. You lazy motherfuckers. But I digress. So it's like, okay, there's a center, an emergency center down the street. We'll take them there. And we do. And we get in, and we get them looked at a little bit. We tell everybody what's going on. And, well, you're going to have to bear with us because it's a holiday. Again, I don't know what fucking holiday July 5th is. But for the sake of stupid argument, it's a holiday. And we'll be with you as soon as we can. Be patient. Like, cool. No problem. Because my wife and I already knew this once the doctor had been closed that we were going to wait. So we packed. We prepped. We had snacks. We had toys. We had drinks. We had everything this kid could need for like what would feel like a week-long trip to go to an urgent center. And we head out. So we get there. We're told to wait. We're cool. We get him in there. We give him some snacks. I'm playing him some music. We're fine. 10 minutes later, somebody comes in and says, "We need your son to pee in this cup. Do you think he will?" Now, for those of y'all that don't know, yes, my son is with his therapy team in a center right now. My son has special needs. He's autistic. He has epilepsy. He has developmental delays. The whole nine. The kid's a fucking warrior. Absolute fucking warrior. And I could not be prouder of him. So they asked me if he could pee in a cup because he has all these problems. And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure we got this. Give me the cup. So they give me the cup. I take him to the bathroom. Bing, boom, bang. Done. Here's your cup. Stuff he couldn't do. Stuff he couldn't do. He can do now. I'm damn proud of him for it. Regardless of whatever the fuck else goes on, I'm damn proud of that little boy. Oh, that's bullshit. I'm sorry. I love you, Mac, but that's bullshit. If the holiday's on the weekend, enjoy your fucking weekend. Go the fuck back to work. Especially if you're a pediatrician. I'm not saying, but go the fuck back to work. Yes, shit's stupid. Thank you. It's just a Monday. Go the fuck back to work. Especially if you're a kid's pediatrician's office. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying like, I know, I'm not going to say where grandma works, but grandma got an extra day off. And you would think grandma got an extra day off because grandma been busting her ass for the end of the fiscal year. These people, on the other hand, already had the weekend off and took another day to observe the holiday. Fuck you, go to work. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying everybody, but when you're in that position, I think maybe you should go to work. Oh, no. None but love for you, fam. No lie. None but love. I get it. I get it, but that's why they do that. No, I feel you, and nothing but love for you. I'm just saying. Okay, you work at a bank and had an extra day off too. All right, but like people can still get their money. They go online, they go to ATM, they do whatever. You need a doctor, and the motherfucker took an extra day off. Now we got a problem. At least there's alternatives to the bank. There's really not a whole lot of alternatives to a doctor, especially a pediatrician for a kid with special needs. But anyway, so I get him in there, pee in a cup. No, we've been there like less than an hour. They've already looked at this kid. They've already got a sample. They're already running it. They're like, we're pretty sure he's got some kind of UTI, bladder infection. We can handle this with ease. I'm like, cool. Okay. One more bite, y'all. Sorry. Caught me a breakfast. Um, so all that happens. We're sitting there for a while. And every now and then somebody comes in and says, sorry, we know it's been a while, but our lab is behind. And, because of the holiday, doctor's offices are closed, so everybody's coming to us and we're really busy. And the whole time I'm just sitting there. I'm just like, cool. Because there's two sides to me, for those of you all that don't know. And for some of you that do, you know this. There's the Dom side, and the Dom side is very chill, very laid back, and that's how I am at the moment. There's the Dom side. But then there's the psycho side of me, as you can see by the name on the screen. And once I get mad, Dom just kind of goes away, and the psycho come out. We're getting to that. So, but the whole time they're saying to me, we're backed up because doctors' offices are closed and people are observing the holiday, all this shit. And I'm just sitting there like, don't worry. He's all right. Like the kid is not running a fever. He's not upset. He's having fun in the exam room, listening to music, eating snacks, like nothing's going on while he's peeing blood. So like I'm worried about him, but I know he's okay. So I ain't sweating it. I'm like, do what you got to do. Let us know. We'll be here. Whole time, I'm just cool. As hours click away. And of course, I'm worried, but I'm cool. As hours click away. And so eventually, because we came in at 2, eventually by about 5 o'clock, we finally see a doctor. And the doctor starts asking a few questions. And he says, can I examine your son? And I said, sure. And I had just got back with him from the bathroom. He had peed and potty. He's not in pull-ups, but he's in like the nighttime underwear because they're bigger. And he's still with developmental delays, especially in public, has a few problems. But I just took him to the bathroom. Everything's dry. He peed and potty. I brought him back. Doctor walks in. Doctor says, can I examine your son, in the area? Sure. Yeah, we're on 3 hours and counting. Facebook user. It doesn't say who you are, but I'm sorry. Yeah. We're on 3 hours and we're still going. Okay, so yeah, like I understand. And I'm gonna get to the comments, guys. Please just let me, because this is aggravating even today, like 24 hours later, almost. So we get everything off him, and as I'm taking off his, basically underwear, but it's a nighttime pull up because he's big and he's got problems in public and he's got special needs. Don't judge the kid. He's doing so much better than he did. You have no clue. I could go on forever. But I get him down, and immediately I just take him to the bathroom. The kid's underwear are wet, and there's a streak of blood in it. And I said, see? And the doctor said, oh, yeah, he's got to have a UTI, a bladder infection, something. I'm going to go get his results, and then we're going to go get you some antibiotics, and then we're going to get you out of here. I said, cool. And that was at like 5 o'clock. So we're like 3 hours deep. And I said, cool. And we started like getting our stuff together, packing things away, trying to get everything ready, get DJ in a clean pair of underwear, because the whole nine. And like 45 more minutes goes by. Nothing. Went out of nowhere. Another nurse who was not involved at all with us the whole damn day, from 2 o'clock, walks in, I want to say 5:45, and says to us, we need to switch rooms. You need to what? We need to switch you to another room. Why do you need to do that? Exactly. Well, we just need to switch you because we have other people here. Well, yeah, but the doctor just said he was going to discharge us and give us something to go home and get and help my son with because he's peeing blood. He saw him pee blood. Well, yeah, but we still need to move you. And he needs to be reassessed. And I'm like, so now I'm upset, but I'm not upset like, first, I'm thinking, why the fuck are you moving us? But then when they said he needed to be reassessed, I thought they found something else. I thought there was something bigger they weren't telling me. So I'm like, give me details. Explain what's going on. My wife, same thing. Explain what the fuck is going on here. Because we were about to leave. Now you want to move us and get it looked at again? Like, what is going on? Oh, the doctor will explain. We just need to move you. So like, okay. We grab all our shit. We move to another room. In the first room we had, there were like blinds on the outside. But then there was an open window on the other side. You could see the nursing station and everything else. They move us to another room. that's completely just blinds everywhere. You can't see in, you can't see it, they can't see you, the whole night. There. I'm like, so what does this kid need to be reassessed for? To the same nurse. And she says, oh, well, the doctor will explain when he gets in. I said, okay. So we sit there and we're waiting and we're waiting and we're waiting. And another hour goes by and we're still waiting. Like nobody's come back. No doctor has come in, no reassessment, no nothing. I'm losing my fucking mind at this point. Not because I'm angry, because I'm worried about my child. This kid's pissing blood. We were about to get out of here. Now all of a sudden you're saying he needs to be moved and reassessed and you won't tell me why. And then you just ghost. Like poof. Like Thanos came along after you said that, went like this. So now, if we're talking mental health Monday, my mental health is fucked because I'm anxious as hell and I'm a little bit angry. And in the meantime, my son, who again, another reason I'm proud of him, he was nonverbal for years. He's actually starting to talk now with some intense therapy that I helped him get. Walks up to me, grabs my hand, and says, I got to go potty. Cool, dude. Let's go. Loved it. You don't know how long it had been since I heard him say words. We're talking years. So last 6 months or so for him to be able to actually talk to me, to hear his voice, these are things parents take for granted. I'm just saying. Like some days I know, because I was on the other side of it where kids just talking at you and asking you questions, giving you that why shit. And you think to yourself, man, I wish this motherfucker would shut up. No, you don't. Because I had that and then I lost that. And then I lost it for years and now it's just coming back. Trust me, you don't want that. So the next time you think, man, I wish you would shut up, just remove that thought. Thank me later. Anyway. Take him to the bathroom. And when I walk him outside, that same nurse, every other nurse that's in this wing, in this emergency center, are sitting in a little area. They're not typing. They're not talking. They're not doing anything. They're just sitting there. A couple of them looking at their phones. Like literally just what's on Facebook. And they look up at me, give me this weird look as I'm walking out because the bathroom is right next to our room. So I'm walking my child like literally to the next room. And they're like, and so now not only am I anxious, I'm a little aggravated, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. But I take him to the bathroom. He does his thing. We go back in. And my wife sees the look on my face. And my wife knows when the psycho is coming. So immediately she asked me, are you okay? I'm like, sort of, not really. She's like, why? I was like, well, it's almost 7 o'clock. They moved us here at 5:45 when they said they were going to discharge us at 5. She said the child needed to be reassessed for what I don't know. And the doctor was going to come in, which I have still not seen. So, and all because we're observing a holiday on a day that ain't the fucking holiday. I don't know about you, but today I believe the British were right. And I said it real fucking loud like that. I yelled it. 5 seconds later, here's a nurse coming in the room. Are you guys okay? No, I'm not okay. I was told my son needed to be reassessed. I was not told why. I was supposed to be out of here 2 hours ago. We had to pack up. We've given him all. We prepped for a week. We are out of snacks. We are out of everything. It's 7 o'clock. At 7:30, we're supposed to be giving this kid his seizure medication. His seizure medication is here. We are not. So I am all kinds of anxious. Now I'm angry because I just saw 24 people sitting around doing fucking nothing, staring at their phones. And I could have been ignored from my fucking couch. I could have ignored him from my fucking couch, but I didn't do that. I came here because I had no choice and I needed help. And then and immediately they go into, okay, calm down. You know what? I was calm like 2 hours ago. I was perfectly calm. I was nice. I was calm. I was sweet. And it was, oh, we're going to get you some meds. We're going to get you out of here. Your son's going to be feeling better. Thank you, doctor. 2 hours ago. Since then, I have been moved. I have been made anxious. I have been ignored. My son is still pissing blood. I have nothing for him. I have been here now 5 hours, and y'all are sitting the fuck around doing absolutely nothing. And it turns out the people that came in after the people sitting around because it was shift change. So you know why they moved us, y'all? Shift change. They wanted to put us in a room we couldn't see them so they could sit around, leave, and let the next group deal with us. The doctor never reassessed him. They did not. The 2 new nurses walked in. They checked him out real quick, said his vitals were good. Everything is cool. Here's the antibiotic the doctor prescribed. Have a nice day. Took 5 minutes. We had to wait 2 fucking hours for 5 minutes. 5 minutes from other people. And at that point, the psycho was out. I'm mad. I'm screaming. I said, well, calm down. I just got here. I don't give a fuck. I didn't just get here. I've been waiting 5 hours to get help from my child who has been pissing blood the entire fucking time. And y'all are waiting on shift change. Fuck you. Fuck everybody like you. And fuck the 5th of July being a goddamn fucking holiday. So, in response to your post, Chris, Mental Health Monday, I was fucked. I was absolutely fucked. I went from being happy as a clam to fucked. I mean, angry, anxious, you name it. Dom disappeared and the psycho showed up. No lie. Oh, I don't know who the Facebook user is, but I like this. Bruh, I swear, that room exchange bullshit. I would be willing to throw hands with everyone until I got a real damn answer. Oh, it's Pepsi Phil. Okay. I don't know why they ain't showing your name, Pepsi Phil, but thank you. Yeah, no, I was, bro. No lie, I was ready to throw the fuck down. I gotta figure out how to work this stream still, guys. Sorry, but I was seriously ready. I give a fuck. Like they're telling me, calm down. I just got here. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a flying fuck. Do something for my child, or I'm gonna do something to you. Like you ever seen the movie John Q? About to happen right here. Right now. Get me my shit and get me the fuck up out of here. Like I'm mad. If you think I'm mad just talking about it right now, you should have seen me in the moment in the room in front of these people, even in front of my child. And the best part is my child is standing behind me smiling. Like he knows Daddy ain't mad at me. I ain't got shit to worry about. He's smiling. Because he's like, I'd be saying this if I could, but I don't really know how yet. So Daddy does it for me. Plus, he's scarier. I mean, the kid's cute. He ain't really scary yet. That's my job. So, yeah. Mental Health Monday was fucking trash for me, bruh. No lie. No lie whatsoever. That is literally everything that happened. We walked in there around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We got out of there sometime around after 7. Got to get my son his medication. Got to get his other meds that he takes daily in him by 7:30. And I'm not even going to be home by then. Unless I drop him off and then I go to the drugstore to pick up his stuff and I come back and then I give him his antibiotic on top of everything. The kid's a fucking warrior, y'all. I'm sorry. I got to say that again. He's a fucking warrior. I love him. Absolutely. Even if he was anybody's kid and I knew him like that, I'd fucking love him. You would too. Anyway. So, as if the night or the afternoon into the evening wasn't bad enough, I get here, drop my wife and child off, look at my wife, and I say, go get this kid his medicine. I'm going to go pick up his antibiotics. I'll get back. We'll figure out some food. We'll do whatever. I know it's late, but we'll figure it all out. She says, okay, love you. Love you too, boo-boo. And I take off. Now, luckily, the drugstore is like a quarter mile from my house. It's one of the reasons we moved here, because between, you want to talk about, between my son and his mental health problems, my wife and her mental health issues, I'm at the drugstore all the fucking time, y'all. And I'm at the drugstore for everybody but me. My wife's, my kids, not mine. You ask me what I'm on? Nothing. Coffee and cigarettes. End of list. But they got antidepressants and seizure meds and, whatever the fuck else. And I'm always at the drugstore. It's never for me, but I'm always there. So, take the quarter-mile trip, go in, drop the prescription on the counter. Because I even asked them if they could call the prescription. And, oh, well, you can just drop it off. Yeah, I could. But if you call in, you can call ahead. And by the time I get there, it'll be ready. So I ain't got to wait because I've already been here for 5-6 motherfucking hours. So maybe you could help me a little bit. No, yeah, big shot. Anyway, go down, drop it on the counter. Pharmacist looks at me, goes in the back, looks around, says, "Uh-oh." Immediately she says, "Uh-oh." I knew this day was about to get worse. And it did. Comes walking back up to me and says, and I quote, "Sorry, we don't have it in stock right now. We didn't get our order in this weekend on account of the holiday." Really? When's your order normally come in? Today. It's not a fucking holiday, y'all. What the fuck? Like, I understand. Again, Mac works at a bank, takes off. Cool, do you, boo? Grandma busted her ass for the end of the fiscal year, gets the day off. Cool, do you? People that give out, the people that deliver prescriptions, pediatricians, you don't get no extra goddamn day off. You didn't even get days off in this pandemic, but you can take the 5th? Fuck out of here with this shit. So I say to her, "Well, is there any other place I can get it?" And she goes and punches in her computer. She says, "Well, the drugstore in the next town actually has it, and we can send the prescription there so you can just go and pick it up." So they are trying to help me, and I appreciate that because they've always been good to me. They know me. I walk in, they're like, "Dom!" Yeah, the whole staff knows me. That's how much I'm there for not me. So that was fine. Here's the kicker part, y'all. The next town over, the drugstore, was not 30 seconds down the street from the emergency center I was in before bringing my family back to our house and going a quarter mile down the road. So now I got to go back to where I was and beyond that to pick it up. My son's getting tired, so I got to do it in a hurry because he might fall asleep, and I want him to get started on something that day. So, and all I'm thinking at this point, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to, even at this point, I'm like, Woosan, I'm trying to keep it in y'all because I don't want to be shouting at y'all. Y'all didn't do this. Y'all don't deserve me yelling at y'all. So, on top of everything else, I had asked the people at this emergency center, "Can you call this prescription in for me?" Had they done it, I would have gotten notified from the drugstore that they didn't have it, and they would have sent it to the other drugstore. So, like, I could have been 2 minutes down the street and just pulled a quick Yui, went back, picked it up, came back to my house, no problem. Instead, I already went to one drugstore. Now I got to drive back to beyond where I was to get this and hope he's still awake when I get back because it's getting late. It's getting late for him, and he was already worn out from this whole ordeal, just pissing blood and things, you know. I mean, that ain't easy to deal with. I'm pretty sure a lot of us been there. I've been there. It ain't easy to deal with, especially when you're, a little kid and it's never happened to you. So I go booking down, pull through the drive-through. Thankfully, I got it ready, and I managed to do all that. But that was just, like, you motherfucker. And see, here's the thing. Like, I'm doing this in response to Chris, as I said, but I'm also doing it to vent a little bit because I don't want to be this mad about it when my son comes back with his therapist and things, and he wants to play and they want to do activities with him and I just don't want to be in that frame of mind. So all that gets out of the way, my son gets his bath, goes to bed, and here's where I guess this becomes wrestling related. Because I gotta be honest, y'all. I've thought this a lot over the course of my life. It's one of the reasons that I do a wrestling podcast. It's one of the reasons that I help create Top Rope Wrestling Talk as a group and social media. Because for me, when things go like this, there's not a whole lot I can do But especially these days, wrestling is on every day, and it's a fucking escape. When things are like this, it's a fucking escape for me and for a lot of other people. You can just sit back, you can watch, you can get caught up in the stories, you can laugh at some of the segments, you can do whatever. So, being in that mindset, the first thing I thought was the show I've been watching since its inception, Monday Night Raw. And y'all, this was a bad thought. I know you're gonna say this in the comments. I already feel it. I don't need a crystal ball for this shit. I can feel it. So throw on USA, turn on Monday Night Raw at I think it was the very beginning. I don't know. All I know is I got Ricochet in the ring with I believe, and forgive me if this is cloudy because y'all just heard the day I had, so bear with me. It was like Ricochet, Miz, and the Morrison, and Morrison, Morrison. Fuck. And again, forgive me if I'm wrong, because y'all heard about the day I had, and you know type of frame of mind I was in. I swear to God, I heard a grown man compliment another grown man on how moist he was. Really? I know I'm in my 40s. I know I'm not exactly with it, you know. I heard people talking about so-and-so's got drip, and I was like Morrison? Like do they rap now? And no, it turns out it's like another thing for swag. I know I'm not like all current, I'm not hip, I'm not whatever the fuck. But when did we get to the point where we are complimenting another grown man for being moist? Like Max in the chat, Max laughing, Andrew, thank you, Matt. Mac, if I looked at you and I said, bruh, you just moist as fuck, would you thank me or punch me? When the fuck did we get here? Is this really what's popping in the streets, WWE? Is this really what the kids are doing these days? Again, I'm old. I don't know. I'll admit that. Vince McMahon won't, but I will. I'm old. I don't know. Is this really what's happening, or is this just WWE's feeble attempt to try and do something edgy or entertaining or funny that just falls completely flat on deaf ears? Because that's what, outside of what the fuck, that's what it did for me. You know what else it did for me? Like, where is that remote? Oh, right here. Click. I'm done. Like 5 minutes into the show, y'all. 5 minutes. I couldn't even do it. Like most weeks I can't. I'm not even going to pretend like I do. I'm not going to pretend like I watch Raw. I at best, I'll go back and I'll pull it up on my DVR and I'll sit here and I'll skip through shit. It's like, oh, Drew's back in the title picture. Big shock. Oh, Drew can't challenge for a title, but he can be in Money in the Bank. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Whatever. Skip ahead. Okay, we're done. There's 20 minutes I wish I had back, but at least it's 20 minutes and it's not 3 fucking hours. I may be old, but I ain't dumb. I mean, you know, and obviously you go through highlights, you see shows, whatever, you hear all this stuff like Nia Jax and Piper Niven, because I ain't gonna call her Dewdrop. Piper Niven. This is a Gable situation where people were saying, say his name, and I went like this. I never used the shorty crap. I ain't using the do crap. It ain't happening. Piper Niven and Nia Jax. Like, did they seriously fight over a sandwich? This is what's such good shit these days. This is what people who I have days like this. I come into like my wrestling group on Facebook and people are defending WWE with their dying fucking breaths, calling you out for being stupid, saying they forgot more about wrestling than you'll ever know, and they're so passionate and they're so dedicated and they're so fucking stupid and half-assed that it makes you wonder why the fuck humanity exists and why Thanos wasn't right. But that's beside the point. Did I just hear and then see highlights of Nia Jax and Piper Niven fighting over a sandwich. A fucking sandwich! I'm gonna take a breath for a minute because obviously there was more to my day, but this was the end of my day, and I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding. Because even when you turn it off, sometimes you see like Twitter highlights or whatever the fuck else that pops up, and you're like, okay, maybe it got better, maybe I could watch. And the next thing I pop up is some clip, and it looks like Piper Niven and Nia Jax are fighting over a fucking sandwich. Am I right? I know we got Cadrian, we got Mac, we got Pepsi Phil in the comments. Please, if y'all did watch, and I'm not saying you had to, and I don't blame you if you didn't, but please let me know, because I could be wrong, but it sure as shit looked like it. Let's see what we were at on the comments here. Oh, Mac came back with, if Drew wins the ladder match, his only option is to challenge Roman. Well, yeah. But does he really need to be in Money in the Bank for that? Like, seriously, it's we're in July now. Their last draft was in like September, October. Why not wait a couple months, have the shake up, draft Drew to SmackDown, and do it that way? And Kadri is in the building. Hey man, what's happening? Sorry, I'm a little, heated. This ain't the usual show. He said, I can't dedicate myself to 3 hours of Raw. I can't. Who can? I don't blame you, bro. I can't. You can't. I have yet to meet anybody that can, but I have met plenty of people who will staunchly and ignorantly defend the WWE product. And to a point, I get it, because we all have that long-standing relationship with the WWE. We really do. We all have that nostalgic feeling. Like I still vividly recall going to my first house show at the Spectrum, WWF, 1984. I still remember seeing the $1 Million Man face the Macho Man, and I still remember my mind being blown. But even then, I wasn't just a WWE mark, because I went home and all of a sudden turned on the TV and like World Class is on ESPN. Oh, I'm gonna watch that. It's wrestling, of course I'm gonna watch it. And then all of a sudden I started getting channels like the Superstation and NWA was on it before WCW came along. And I'm gonna watch that too. And then WCW came along. Yeah, let's see what this is about. Because I was never just a fan of a promotion, or as much as I loved the $1 Million Man and the Macho Man, and they blew my mind, other wrestlers were amazing too. Other promotions were amazing too. Pro wrestling, to me at least, was amazing. I never looked at it from like, you see this box I'm in, just pretend it's a fishbowl. I never looked at it from that, where I was just in this fishbowl and I had to only watch this, and I had to only defend this, and I had to enjoy this whether I liked it or not. I mean, if you're going to call yourself sports entertainment, you should not be forcing people to be entertained by your shit. We're brainwashing them to think that it's such good shit when it truly, clearly isn't. Yes, there was a time many, many moons ago where I might have defended WWE. I can't do it no more. And I know some of you, I've heard it all. Let it play out. Let it play out. Wait till fans come back. Wait till the crowds come back. These are the same people that said wait till AEW debuts and they're going to step their game up. And AEW is going on 3 years old. And has WWE stepped their game up at all? No. If anything, they've gotten worse. At least on Raw. At least. I will enjoy a SmackDown every now and then, but Raw, I can't remember the last one I watched all the way through, and even thought to myself, like, I enjoyed that. Even just catching the highlights, like, I enjoyed those. It's like, well, at least I got what I need for the show, and that was it. All right, let's see. Oh, even Kadrian is asking, were they seriously fighting over a sandwich? I gotta look into it a little bit more. Again, crazy day yesterday. Jumped right into this when I got home. I was literally eating my breakfast at the start of the stream, Cadrian, not gonna lie. Had some running to do, came back, needed to test this shit anyway, so I thought, let me try it. And from there, we're here. So, from one thing to the next thing I got to go back and look, but I swear to God, last night I saw some kind of highlight clip where Piper Niven and Nia Jax were fighting over a sandwich. A sandwich. I'm hoping it's not true, but it's WWE, so you don't put it past them. Let's see. Oh, what else did Cadrian say? Oh, yeah. Yes, you heard, and according to reports on Twitter and a few other platforms, it seems to be true. Jimmy Uso has been arrested yet again for another DUI on 4th of July weekend. Like the head of the table is not going to be pleased. Let's be real. And the Usos are quickly becoming the Samoan Hardys of WWE in every way. Like, they're pulling tag team titles left and right, but they're getting arrested left and right for the same fucking thing every time. I think it was Chris in Facebook who asked, do we think that, Jimmy Uso could use some help? And I'm going to be honest, y'all. In the spirit of mental health, I talked about my kids' problems with my wife. I've said it here a few times. I'm a recovering addict. I'm going on 20 years clean at this point, come October. So I do not like to speculate whether or not somebody's having those kind of problems, because you never know. You never know. Not without knowing the individual, not without being around them. Because like Jimmy hasn't had a bust in a long time. And maybe he just partied too hard on the weekend. Maybe he just has a problem following the law. Maybe he does need a full-blown intervention, but how would I know? How would I know? And God forbid, like, I know I'm not that big of a deal, but if I were, and all of a sudden I got arrested, even if it wasn't for like a DUI or anything like that, just got arrested, people started saying, oh, he's using again, or maybe we need to do an intervention, or you think he's on the... I would fucking hate that. I would absolutely fucking hate that. So out of respect for the situation and even for Jimmy Uso and the family, I can't answer that question, Chris. I'm sorry. I'd love to, but I don't have the information. Jimmy won't come holler at me. We'll talk. I'll introduce him to some people. We'll see if maybe he needs some help. I'd offer that. I mean, do what I could, not just for him, for damn near anybody. But until then, I can't answer that question. I'm sorry. It's just, maybe it's a personal thing for me. Maybe it's just a respect level. I don't know. But sorry. All right, let's see what else we got in here. Pepsi Phil, whose name is not coming up, but I'm pretty sure it's Pepsi Phil. He said, I'm not going to lie, I can't watch it anymore, but part of me has hope that maybe they will get better because everyone else is raising their game up. Well, that's true. I have that hope, Pepsi Phil. I really do. I have that hope but then when I have days like this and I'm looking for an escape and I turn it on and I see grown men complimenting each other. Sorry, but complimenting each other on being moist. When I see a segment that was written where plus size women are going to fight over a sandwich, and when I remember hearing like, oh well, just wait till AEW debuts. WWE is going to step their game up. Or, oh, well, now that the forbidden door that Wendy loves so much has been blown wide open, WWE is going to have to step their game up because look at what the competition is doing. There's been all these points over Years. Where everybody said, "Oh well, WWE is going to have to step their game up." Oh, crowds coming back for WrestleMania. WWE is going to have to step their game up. And then we got that weird Bray Wyatt thing. We got Hulk Hogan and Titus O'Neil in pirate costumes. We got Nigerian drum matches. We got a lot of shit that did not go over well. Not with the people watching, not with the live crowd, not with anybody. Not with anybody. And so I do have that hope, Pepsi Phil, but that hope gets smaller and smaller every time I hear somebody say, well, WWE's got to step their game up because fill in the blank. Because those fill in the blank moments have came and went, and they still ain't done it. If anything, they might have got worse. So that hope is just... You know what? I agree with you, Kadrian. I absolutely do. July is pro wrestling's month of the year. Yeah. I mean, there are not just WWE, but there are wrestling shows like everywhere. WWE, you got AEW pulling, their big shows on live TV. You got Impact coming up with Slammiversary and a few other things. You got GCW doing some events. You got Warrior Wrestling doing events. You got wrestling events almost every day of the calendar month, and it's fucking amazing. So I agree with you there, and there's gonna be a lot for me to escape to. Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted to bring up Mac's comment. I apologize, guys. I'm still getting used to this setup. It's like the second time I've actually used it. So Mac had said, I had one DUI. I could never put myself through that again. It's such an inconvenience in your life. I feel you, Mac. I did too. I wasn't even 21 yet, and I did. And it was a bitch too, because I was driving friends home from a party that were just drunk as fuck, and I had got there and had maybe one beer, and then the cops showed up, and I bolted with them to take them home and to avoid getting arrested. And I get pulled over later saying my tail light was out. It wasn't, and they realize the guys with me are drunk. So they give them breathalyzer tests. They're drunk as skunks, but they're not driving. They give me breathalyzer test. I'm not drunk. I blew like a 0.002, like barely had alcohol on me, but I was not 21. So my buddies got put in a cruiser and drove home. I got cuffed and sent to jail. But see, back then, I was not having a problem with anything else. It happened later on. But if you heard I had been busted for a DUI, you might be thinking, oh, maybe he's using, maybe what if he's in trouble? Maybe we should do something. But you wouldn't have known that unless you came and talked to me, or unless you were around me every day. Which is why I don't want to comment on Jimmy's situation. Not too much. I mean, yeah, it's kind of stupid that he got busted again and probably shouldn't have done it. All the cliches, but I don't want to go beyond that because I just don't know, and I just don't know enough. And I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those people if I don't have enough information where I'm just going to make some silly assumption because maybe one of y'all will click on it later if I make a clip, or maybe it'll get me a few more views, or maybe it'll make us seem edgy. I'm gonna just tell you flat out, like, wait and see. I don't know. Maybe he does. I don't know. How the fuck would I know? I wish I had Jimmy Uso on speed dial. I like that dude. I respect him. I respect what he's done. I'm not insulting him by calling him and his brother the new Hardys of WWE. They were successful as fuck, but they were also troubled as fuck. And last few years, Usos are like, hold our beer. We're going to take that title. We're going to take that one too. But yeah, originally this was just for me to vent and to chill and to honestly test some of this shit out, because we're gonna be using this going forward as our live streaming recording app for a while to see how it goes. I know a lot of you tuned in for our watch along of Dynamite last week, and that was a hella fun. And I appreciate that a few of you have tuned in for this, because this was just something I decided to do on the fly. Get my head right, get this shit out so I can move on. Oh man, Kadri, go back and watch the stream, y'all. No, in short, the fourth was not so bad. Every other day around it was kind of a nightmare. And that was what kind of led me to coming on by myself. Like, I don't even have TRWT logos. I was about to change my name to Dom. I was about to just come to you as me and do this just to kind of, get it out of my system before my son gets back here in about an hour. Because I don't want to be walking around with all this crap inside, like just eating at me while he's here, and then pop off about it, around him, even if he didn't do anything, just because I'm fucking sitting there pissed about it next day. Like, that ain't his fault. It ain't his fault that he pissed blood. It ain't his fault that he needed help. And it ain't his fault that his doctor's office decides they're going to close on the 5th of fucking July. It also ain't his fault that the nurses stuck him in a room for 2 hours for shift change when they could have got him out of that fucking place in 5 minutes with a prescription and a little bit of effort. No, that's his fault. So I'm not going to sit here and pop off about it and make him anxious or upset or make him think that I'm mad at him or he did wrong because he has something going on. I'm not going to do that. I'd rather come on here and bitch at y'all because y'all might laugh, you might understand, you might say something like Hobo Clown just did with, bruh. Yeah, dude. Yeah, oh, Hobo Clown, you watch Raw, right? Did they actually have a moment where Nia Jax and Piper Niven, because I ain't calling her that other name, fought over a sandwich? Because I could have swore I saw that in the midst of all this because blinding rage distracted me. I'm a little... So, but were they really fighting over a fucking sandwich? If you could answer that for me, I'd love you, because you're about the only one I know in this group that watch Raw. Oh, and Pepsi Phil has said, maybe the Usos need a new place and a new environment. Maybe. I feel like... Nah, that's too much assumption. I was gonna say some stuff about their position with Roman and maybe leading to, but nah, I can't do that. That's too much assumption, y'all. It is. Like, it's one thing if I had any theory or whatever, but like, nah. Because what I was gonna say was maybe Jimmy's position under Roman Reigns has finally gotten to him, but at the same time, he'd probably just party too hard on 4th of July weekend. That happens. So that ain't even a theory. That's just a wild assumption, and I'm not gonna go there. What a Hobo Clown say? He said, "I think so. I tend not to pay attention when Nia is on." You're a better man than me, bruh, because I don't pay attention at all, or I would know this for sure. But yeah, it seemed that way, and I think because again, I was really distracted by all this, and I was really fucking exhausted after all this. But one of the people I usually watch for wrap-up shows, because they're very detailed and they're very funny, and we have a lot of common ground as far as our thoughts and feelings and opinions on wrestling, is a group named Covalent TV. After the shows like Raw, SmackDown, Dynamite, whatever, they come on and they give you a wrap-up show, which is usually entitled "What Did You Learn?" And so I watched them, and I swear, as tired as I was commenting along. I shared their stream in our group. I did whatever, but I swear they brought it up too. So like, I saw it, and I think I heard them bring it up, and Jose thinks that. And if that is true, because we can't really confirm it, and I'm starting to run out of time, and I don't want to take up too much of people's afternoons here. But if that is true, that is like the worst fucking look that WWE could possibly have, where you have a plus size woman and another plus size woman fighting over a sandwich. This is how WWE stepping their game up. Is this like the edgy shit where you get all these people complaining about body shaming, and then you get your little brainwashed minions to talk about how what good shit it was, and how we don't know nothing, and the companies that are actually doing better than WWE and have been doing better than WWE throughout this whole pandemic, they're trash and WWE is great. Is that where we're going? Just to get those views up a little bit. We're not going to improve the quality. We're just going to get these people fighting, and then they'll tune in. Is that where we're at? Because it's already been proven that they hire writers that don't know who the WWE champion's name is or what the WWE champion's name is, but they have to work with the WWE champion. If you don't know his name, if you don't know his gimmick, if you don't know his background, if you don't know who he's affiliated with, if you don't know who he's feuding with, how the fuck do you write? Oh no, Mac! Please, thank you for showing up. Go get your work done. Go do what you do. I'll check you out later this week. Appreciate everyone that stopped by for this. This was not, the usual thing. But if y'all are gonna, ask about wrestling or answer my questions, then I'll stick around a little bit for it. And I'm about to dip myself because, like I said, my son will be back in a little bit, and I want to make sure I got everything set up, ready for him. Make sure he's okay. He was definitely the outcome is dude was definitely doing a lot better this morning. So, even when I told his therapist that we're bringing him to this center to work with him, about everything, they asked me a few questions. I told him what's going on. Like, no, he didn't pee any blood yet. He doesn't have a fever. He's been in a great mood. He's eating, he's drinking, he's talking, he's doing it. They're like, oh, okay, we can take him. No problem. Cool. Because he enjoys that he enjoys doing this stuff. I want him to do it. So I'm glad he got the opportunity, and I'm glad he's doing a little bit better. I hope that continues. I'm keeping my fingers crossed because continuing over from Mental Health Monday, I'm still a little anxious about this shit, and rightfully so. But he's doing a little better. I figure I need to do something to feel a little bit better about it so that I can move forward. And this was perfect. So again, I thank you guys for showing up on Facebook, for showing up on our YouTube channel. And yeah, I guess I'll be a show for us before I go. If you are watching this, I appreciate it. I really do, because this is not usually what I do. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you to the people that commented. And if you don't know yet, please come follow us on social media. You can find us on Facebook, Top Rope Wrestling Talk. Just search for it. Public group. Invite yourself. We got you. It's a great group. There's great members like the people you saw in the stream. You're going to love it there. Trust me. You can also find us at Top Rope WT on Twitter. Guys like Kadria follow us, and we appreciate all the love and the input and all that. Man, Phil, you're messing me up, bro. I'm trying to do social medias. He's over here talking about Hornswoggle for the Hall of Fame. Okay, it's funny, but you're not wrong. Anyway, so Top Rope WT on Twitter. We've got people like Kadrian. We've got professional wrestlers following us. We have other podcasts following us. We got our guys from Clark Street, who you may have seen on some of our streams. You got Suplex. You got a bunch. But go to Top Rope WT on Twitter. Follow us there. Look through our followers. You're going to find a lot of good wrestlers, a lot of good podcasts, a lot of stuff for you to just escape into and enjoy. Because that's what we're really about. I know we talk a lot of shit and we make a lot of jokes and we do whatever, but that's what we're really about. Giving fellow fans an escape and a place to enjoy wrestling. That's here. And also, oh God, you can find us on the long Instagram page that Brucey made. It's at top_rope_wrestling_talk. We're not exactly as active on there lately as we are on some of our other platforms. But there's some funny memes. There's some clips of the show. There's some behind the scenes stuff there that you're going to find. Obviously, if you're watching this, you know about Fox Den Productions. But for the people who are going to be following us, who are going to be on our audio platforms, please come find us on YouTube at Fox Den Productions. Give us a subscribe, ring that bell, and share this stuff around, y'all. Share this, help us grow. Like the videos, share them, do whatever you got. You will do whatever you can to help us make this bigger. And for those of you that don't know and are watching this video, you can find us on pretty much every audio podcast platform, like everywhere audio podcasts are enjoyed. I could give you the list. I'm going to say it like this. Go to anchor.fm/TRWT. You will see every one of our platforms there but one, iHeartRadio. If you go to iHeartRadio and you search for Top Rope, we pop up and you can listen there. A lot of people do, and we fucking appreciate it. But for now, thank you to everybody that's watched this, to everybody that will watch this. Thank you to everybody that showed up. And enjoy the rest of your week, especially if some of you are coming off a holiday. Enjoy the Great American Bash tonight, which I'm sure will be better than Raw. Enjoy Dynamite tomorrow. Enjoy wrestling, y'all. And hopefully myself, Grandma Wendy, and the High Class One will be back later this week to go through all the latest happenings and news in wrestling with y'all. But until then, stay safe out there. Wear your mask if you got to. Get your shots. Enjoy wrestling. And I will see you soon.